It is Thursday, February 18th. We're recording this at about 7:30 p.m. Central Time, so that's why the timely news of the day is Carson Wentz is no longer a Philadelphia Eagle. We got the news late morning, I believe. Maybe it was early afternoon, can't quite remember. He was traded for 2 picks, a second-round pick that's conditional and a third-round pick. And he was traded to the Indianapolis Colts. We called this.
We did.
We kind of called it. We may have wished it into existence. Doesn't matter. We kind of made this happen in a way.
You're welcome, Carson.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and start. I think this is a good move for him, whether it works out or not. Right? This is kind of a fresh start for both parties. The Eagles get to try out Jalen Hurts for a full season next year. The Colts needed to replace Phil Rivers anyway, and they didn't have to spend a lot to get a possible replacement. You know, they're hoping obviously that Carson gets back to his previous form that he was in, a couple years back. But even if he doesn't, they're not really out anything.
I agree with you. I think this is overall a good trade. I guess Carson gets his wish, out of Philly. And he's with Frank Reich, who was his offensive coordinator the one year that we talked about. He did really good. So this is a good move. It's like a test run, right? It's let's see how it goes for a year, and then if it doesn't work out so well, then bye Carson. But overall, it's a good trade. I'm surprised the Eagles didn't ask for more. That's kind of my biggest thing out of it. So just a couple picks, not even like
I think the biggest thing is they're just happy that someone was able to, or not even able, willing to take the big salary off their hands a little bit, I'm not even sure how that math works out, that Carson Wentz and all the money he's due equates to a second and a possible third-round pick, or a third-round pick and a possible second-round pick, but I'm not an expert in the inner workings of the NFL trades, but yeah, this seems like a good spot for two teams to meet in the middle. Maybe, if Carson Wentz goes and does big things in Indianapolis, then maybe the Eagles got fleeced a little bit. But for what we know right now, the season Carson just had and the needs that the Colts have, I think this is a good fit.
Yeah, overall, win-win, like we've both said. I think there's a little bit of hesitation on Colts fans. One of my neighbors is actually a diehard Colts fan, and he actually has some reservations about it. But he's happy that they were able to get a decent quarterback at little to no cost in his eyes. But we'll find out.
Right, at the end of the day, it's like you have Carson Wentz now. If you're the Colts, I'm pretty sure they still have Jacoby Brissett. So they have kind of a fallback option, but they already had Jacoby Brissett for most of a season, if I recall, 2 years ago, right? And they saw what he could do. So obviously they were looking for somewhat of an upgrade. And I mean, Carson Wentz has proven that he can be a competent NFL quarterback. It's now just on him to get back to that place. And we didn't even say it yet, I don't think. The fact that he's reunited with Frank Reich there in Indianapolis is probably big for him, because those were his most productive years in Philly when Frank Reich was the OC or the quarterback's coach. I can't remember which one.
While we're talking about Carson Wentz, I want you to pull up that nice little graph that you're telling me about. That's very interesting to both of us.
Yes. Right here. This is from the CBS Sports Instagram. No first-round quarterbacks that were picked between 2009 and 2016 are still with their team, and that is 22 different guys. That's just insane.
That's a weird list.
Yeah,
that's
obviously you have some.
You look at it and
go ahead.
Oh, it's just a weird list. Like you look at it and it's like you have some okay quarterbacks, but you got butt fumble in there. You got Freeman. I forgot about Matt Ponder. Is that his name? Is that his first name? Oh, I
No,
forgot about him.
I don't remember. Christian.
Oh,
It's
great.
Christian,
See?
right? Christian Ponder.
Oh, yes, Christian Ponder. Played for Stanford, I believe, right?
Florida State?
No.
Florida State? Maybe? I don't know. Somewhere. That is true. We have two completely different guesses. That's kind of the point, right? What I saw looking at this, which is just kind of crazy, right? Is there was so many just blatant misses in the first round during these years. Okay, starting all the way back. Josh Freeman, that was a pretty good pick. He had some okay years in Tampa Bay. His career didn't kind of pan out very far. So this was a halfway okay pick. I mean, Mark Sanchez also halfway okay, did all right in New York there for a couple of years. We already know how we feel about Matt Stafford and Jared Goff up here. If you missed our episode where we discussed these two getting traded for one another a couple of weeks back, you can go ahead and find that on our YouTube. And right here, we'll mention it the first time. We're on Spotify now, baby. That's a big upgrade for us. We're excited. So all of our previous episodes can be found on both of those locations. And first little shameless plug. All right, back to it. Tim Tebow, that was a miss. He had one magical run, and that was about it. Bradford, he probably falls into the same category as Sanchez and Freeman. Ponder was a miss. Gabbert was a miss. Jake Locker was a miss. Cam Newton was good. Brandon Weeden was a pretty big miss. Tannehill's been good. RG3, the injuries kind of got him. That's unfortunate. Same with Andrew Luck, but when he was on, he was, very, very good. EJ Manuel. I totally forgot EJ Manuel got drafted in the first round.
When I saw his name, I was like, oh, wow. I forgot he even played in the NFL.
Yeah, it's just wild. Bridgewater, obviously, still right there on the border of top quality backup or starter, so that's a pass. Johnny Football, that was kind of a type of
Arena
pick.
football, baby,
Blake Bortles. Mariota, mixed feelings on Mariota, but we'll give him a pass. Jabu wins. The crab legs eventually caught up to him. Unfortunate. Paxton Lynch, a first-round quarterback, big wild. And then obviously these last two that just changed teams here very recently, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff. It's just wild. 22 quarterbacks drafted, and 0 of them are with their same team. And, a great number of these guys aren't even in the league anymore. It's just wild how much can happen in a short period of time, relatively short period of time.